All right.
We back.
Yes, sir.
We look a little different today, man.
Yeah. We on location. On location this week, had to switch it up, but we'll be back in our digs next week.
No doubt.
Nonetheless, it's your boy Sean.
It's your boy Troy.
Hey, and we still
tapped in.
We still tapped in. You know, so we, as always, we want to, you know, we've been doing some brainstorming. You know, we want to make sure we got something cooking. You know, we want to make sure we get a little bit more organic reach.
Oh yeah.
You know, so we're gonna do some giveaways here coming up. You know, just to get you guys a little bit more engaged on getting some more likes, getting some more subscribers, getting some more shares and comments.
Oh yeah.
And so stay tuned for that. That'll be coming up in the next couple of weeks. But as always, like, comment, share, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I would agree, say Netflix.
Hey, all right. Speaking of existence, boy, Netflix.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Speaking of Netflix, man, you watch. You see Mike Epps up there, man. He had a new Netflix.
Nah, I ain't seen this.
Yeah. Epps, man. This one was pretty good, man.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
What are you trying to say? The last couple of months?
He's one of my favorite comedians.
Okay,
but his stand up
don't
really be there for me.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
okay.
But this time, man, he nailed it. So yeah, it was good.
That's what's up, man. I mean, let's just stay there for a second. So as far as stand-up comedians, I mean, let's exclude Dave.
Okay.
Let's exclude Kevin Hart. Because those are main.
Why Kevin? Keep Kevin in it, man. Kevin.
I'm excluding like your main like headliner selling out stadium. You know what I mean? Like them two can sell out a stadium or a big theater, no problem. Who you say the top three comedians are? We just gonna say top three.
We got to keep it with Epps.
Okay.
Your boy, I can't think of his name. We just said them.
Ali Sadiq,
man.
Okay.
Yeah, he's real, man. I would say him. And then for the third spot, this would be controversial. I don't know if I'm gonna put him in there, man. I like Corey, man.
Corey Holcomb.
I like Corey. because he's not afraid.
Right.
He's not afraid. Some of the stuff just be comedy. Some of it be his personal feelings, but he's not afraid of the audience.
Right. And you know, for me, I think TK Kirtland.
Yeah.
I mean, he an OG, man, but he got wild stories, but he just a comedian's comedian.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think. I watched Ryan Davis, his newest stand-up.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty funny. And I'm basing this off of people who I would pay to go see.
Well, then you gotta look at the whole 85 South. Was it 85 South boys, man? Listen, Chico Bean is a nut, man. He's
they are, man, but it's crazy because I can't watch their show.
It's all like about the mood you're in, or it's just it's too immature for you.
I think I ain't saying I'm like above that or anything like that, but it's a different type of energy, right? It just feel like a young, calm, wilder type of.
But the improv,
energy.
Man, is what's impressive
the improv
to me.
Special. Yeah. Like the wild, what they be doing on Wilding Out and stuff like that.
But them boys are nuts, man. They funny, man. I guess it all depends on. Even with comedy, it's subjective,
right?
And it depends on like your mood. Sometimes you feel like cutting up. You're gonna watch them because they crazy,
right?
And then sometimes you want to get something out of it. You can go.
You can go somewhere else. Yeah. So but yeah, because I'm even trying to think. The crazy thing is, like, we naming those people right there, but I've been to like Atlantic City when they have like multiple comedians on there. And jokers is funny, man.
Man, the undercards always do better, man.
Man, jokers be the people that you don't even know that be in there get more laughs than the headlines.
They be the ones, man, because they trying to perfect their craft. And, the headlines are trying to just fill their time and fulfill their obligation.
Right. And get that check.
The other ones are trying to get on.
Right.
And you can tell because like their material is joke after joke. It's hilarious.
Right. Yeah. And they're a little bit more on the edge.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like old school comedy that used to come on the TV.
Oh, yeah.
Or, you know what I mean, that you used to see. Yeah. any given Saturday night. Yeah, you don't get that tiptoeing on the line. Man, they weren't even tiptoeing the line. They was going completely over.
What you think about Godfrey though?
I think he's funny.
Yeah, he's good impressionist.
Impressionist, and I think he's good at kind of satire and life and stuff that's going on. Yeah. Would I go? I don't know if I'd go.
Want to buy the ticket just for him?
So yeah, because I'm thinking about people who I see. So the closest place where I think they really had some fire come in is like the Baltimore Comedy Club.
Yeah.
And so like I'm basing this off of if I seen their name come up, like they was
would you go see?
Yeah, without a doubt.
There's a lot of Facebook comedians now that I would go see though.
It is, man. It is.
I mean, I like their skits, but I don't know if they skilled enough to hold the crowd for a full set or whatnot.
Right.
So that's the difference.
Right. I know one comedian. I'd like to see him just so I can talk to him, try to figure out how to get in this algorithm. Country Wayne, man.
Oh yeah.
He's out of here when it comes to the algorithm, man.
Yeah. He figured that out, man.
Numbers go crazy, man. Go crazy. But I mean, Drewski up there too.
He's up there.
But see, he's more like a skit person. I've never seen a stand up.
Yeah, it's more
skit based. Yeah. So man, let's get on to your boy, man, Shedeur.
All right, big up.
Shedeur, Pro Bowl. I mean, what do you think? What was that about?
My perspective. I feel like the league, the coaches, just the organization as a whole, they mishandled them.
Okay.
From the beginning.
Pause.
Pause.
Come on, man.
Rewind. But yeah, I think that plan kind of backfired on him because of his poise and the way he carried himself in the media and the fans behind him. And the only way to make it right is to give him a legitimate opportunity in different ways. So I feel like it's a makeup call for how they started going 5th round.
Right. When you were first round,
when you really supposed went first.
Right.
So the only way to kind of make that right is okay. We see what you did. I mean, because he didn't do anything great. He wasn't right. He wasn't whack, but he wasn't great.
You think about it. Trevor Lawrence, he got his team to the playoffs.
But given the proper opportunity, would he have done that?
He very well could have.
And I think that's why they say, you know what, let's get this man shake. Let's fair shake and start fresh.
Man, I think it was a trap.
You think it's a trap?
And I think it was a setup all day.
Talk to me, man. What you think?
For real, man. Because I think what happened is there were some guys who probably passed it up. Like, man, Pro Bowl is kind of watered down now. Yeah. I think they play flag football.
Yeah,
now,
it's like the dunk contest now.
It's kind of watered down. It looks good on the resume.
Yeah.
Right. So like to turn it down, I don't know why you would when you can say you was a 5-time Pro Bowl, quarterback. But I think the same reason why a lot of teams passed up on him and didn't draft him was because they thought his ego was too big. And so I think that they thought they was going to throw this out there to him and him be like, man, all the stuff y'all done put me through this year, all adversity, slandering my talent, act like I'm a 5th round pick when I go out there, I'm performing like a 1st round pick. I should have been drafted in the 1st round. Man, y'all can keep y'all Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
And then he was like, he flipped it and he was like, I'll take it. I'm going to do it. See, I don't think they expected for him to do that.
Right.
Because if he didn't do it, guess what the narrative would have been?
Right.
Narrative would have been, oh, they even offered him a Pro Bowl selection and he turned it down. See how big his ego is, right?
Yeah.
I think they was trying to line him up. And I think that's important to having a father who played the game and probably and some real OGs that's around to guide him.
Oh, yeah.
To be able to sniff that out and be like, look, this whole experience has been a humbling experience. So let's just be humble with this. They offered it to you, accept it.
Well, and you see the silver lining. Think about it. Think about what happened when you first came in the league, right? Gotta think about this. I just thought about this. Business too. His jersey sold out. Now they get a Pro Bowl jersey. Think about it.
NFL gonna get their money.
You getting a Pro Bowl jersey.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
your regular jersey sold out that quick, now
That's gone.
that's it.
That's
so
gone.
yeah,
That's
so
outta
why
here.
not? You know what I mean?
That's out of here.
Yeah.
So do you think so with this happening, I mean, they got a new, I think they got Todd Munson.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
go the offensive coordinator
from us, yeah. They get him. I don't think, I think he's going to be the starter. But do you think that this Pro Bowl, him playing in the Pro Bowl, kind of ties the Bengals' hands? Because how can you say I'm a Pro Bowl quarterback and then I got to fight for my job again?
That may be part of them justifying to their quarterback why he's going to be the starting quarterback.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Right.
So,
yes. That's what it is, man. So, man, were we both wrong last week with our predictions for the Super Bowl?
No. I'm Seahawks I'm with the Seahawks all the way,
Seahawks.
man.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think.
I don't see nobody messing with the Seahawks, man. Like,
Yeah, I think Drake May has been a good game manager. And game managers can win Super Bowls, but the Seahawks defense is so good.
mm-hmm.
And Sam Darnold, he'll turn the ball over, but he'll also make some big plays.
Oh yeah.
And I think in the Super Bowl, it's going to come down to big plays. And I think the Seahawks can make the big plays on defense. And I think they can make big plays on offense.
That's going to be the key to both sides of the ball, man. Like you
Yeah.
said, that defense, man. I don't see nobody stopping that defense.
You don't
man.
think so?
Yeah.
All right, so
And you know, the silver lining in that, man, I don't know too many Seahawk fans, man. So I don't have to hear nobody's mouth.
true. The Patriots win.
Oh, man, they back.
They back.
They back. I got a call the other day as soon as they won, man.
We
I
back.
supposed to call you and say congratulations. You called me.
Oh, congratulate.
Yeah, congratulate me. I said, okay, man, you got that. Congratulations, bro. You're going.
Man, that's what's up.
Yeah. But speaking of them two, you said something key, man. You said game manager. You was talking about May.
Mhm.
Just talking about his performance, man. And I was looking at something this week, man. And how much pressure do you think it is, man, for or what's expected from somebody that's elite or a top performer? Is that always the spot to shoot for?
I think it's a spot. I think everybody in whatever they do, I think they shoot for that spot. There's people that get to that spot, and then there's people that consistently maintain that spot.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the difference between getting there and maintaining it is loving the process that goes along with it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So you can it's like when you're working hard to get to a place that you've never been before, and then you get there and it's like, man, this ain't what I thought it was going to be like.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it could be closing on your first, for me, closing on your first $1 million property. Right. And it's like, okay, well, yeah, the commission was great, but it don't make me
feel no difference. Exactly.
It don't feel any different. But if the drive in you is to be, so that's just being great in the moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
The greatest that you can be in the moment.
Right.
But then there is a drive to pull everything you can out of your own individual. Uh-oh. Sorry for the technical difficulties, everybody. Hold on.
We're gonna do like Milli Vanilli, blame it on the rain.
Blame it on the rain.
Yeah.
But then you have people who want to stretch every bit of talent or whatever they can do. They want to get the most out of themselves. And then you have those that want to be the best ever to do it. And I think there are just three different drives.
I
right?
think so.
Yeah, I mean, that first initial drive to do something that you never did before, you just want to prove to yourself that you could do it.
Right.
The second drive is like it is a unwavering desire to be the best you can possibly be each and every day, right? And then the last is you want to be the best you can be every single day, but there is something that you're chasing, right? And I think like the greats, I think they just I think those last two, I think they're both chasing greatness. But then there's somebody who just is chasing the best version of themselves, and they don't know what that is going to look like.
And I can respect that. When me personally, from my perspective, I'm not saying mediocre, because mediocre is never good. Average is not great.
Right.
But sometimes those elite spots or those getting to the top in certain industries come with conflict to your morality, your moral compass, and things like that. And some people have the drive, have the intelligence, have the work ethic, but they're not willing to sacrifice their moral compass to get to those spots. So then it becomes a thing, okay, I'm going to be great, but in my own right. I can make it to this next rung, but I know what comes along with this next rung. This next rung is going to put me in some questionable situations where I'm going to have to say yes to some things I normally wouldn't say yes to. I'm going to have to align with some things I normally wouldn't align with. And you see that a lot. And sometimes riding that just over good, just that great line is okay. So they're not expecting this from you, but they don't want you to dumb down either.
Right.
And sometimes a lot of people do that in certain jobs, certain industries. They find a safe place where they can be great, excel, but I'm not going to make it to the top because everybody's gunning for the top.
Right.
And then you're scrutinized at the top.
You are. And then some people are built for that and some people aren't. Some people can take the slander, can take the shots that come along with it, can take they was giving this or giving that, or they don't really, you know what I mean? Like you can live off of that, right? Yeah. That could be the fuel to make you even be better. But also the people that do that, you talk about sacrifice, they understand that there is a sacrifice that has to be made. Rather that's time with you. We talked about this last week. Rather it's time with your family, doing things that you really like to do. And some people just don't want to make that sacrifice. They care about some things. They're not selfish enough. When it comes down to it,
right. And it takes a bit of selfishness to
exceed and be the best version of yourself. Your family, the people around you are going to suffer because you're not going to be available because you're focused on this one thing. Yeah. And this is what is driving you. Now, what will happen, what I see happen, because I look at greats, study greats. They're like that for a while. In sports, it changes because you only have a certain shelf life. So
you're gonna
peak and then you retire and then you can focus back on the family, and focus on the family or focus on other parts of your life. And so as far as in real life, the top producer, like say a top producer in a real estate office, they do it so many times to where they figure out a way, okay, well, how? Because after a while, that thrill of being number one is not enough, right? So now the thrill becomes, how can I build a team? How can I build somebody
and make them number one
and make them be number one?
They come from my
right. And now in the building of that part of it, now I can focus more time because I'm pouring my gifts and my talents into the next generation or the next wave of people that are coming into the company, and now I can focus more time on spending with my family. And doing the things that I like to do that make me happy outside of working 9 to 5. Because if you're that driven, you're not a 9 to 5. Instead of working 80 to 100 hours a week on perfecting this thing that I really want to do.
And the other side of that too, some people in their fields, or their professions, they do that for their livelihood. They don't do it to be great. They might be into building model cars or doing something else, and that's where they put their time and energy, and they're great over here. You know what I mean? So I guess it boils down to the individual and what's important to them. You know what I mean? Some people do enough just to say, hey, make sure they keep the direct deposit in them checks. You know what I mean? And I can't say one's right and one's other, but I feel like anything that you get up to do, you should put your best foot forward all times.
Right. For sure.
But going back to kind of what we was just talking about, that brings up kind of our next topic. So you were saying how later on, you know, you kind of get a handle of it and can balance it, or you peak out at a certain time. So you think, does that have a direct correlation with the statistic that say men that get married after the age of 35 has a higher success rate, a lower divorce rate?
Yeah, because I would say yes, because there's probably a couple of things that happen, right? One could be because they wanted to get married previously, but maybe they wasn't ready for marriage, right? So they could have been married before and realized, okay, just because I put this ring on, it's not going to change my behavior.
Right.
It's not.
They were mature enough to be married at the time.
Right. They might not have been mature enough. Then you have the other set that maybe was in that relationship and heart got broke and was done. You know what I mean? And done, not chasing that anymore. And then you have that set that they was focused on their career. They was focused on their career and building and chasing. Now they got to a place where, okay, I feel comfortable now bringing somebody else in on this ride with me, right? Because I've accomplished the check boxes that I had for my journey and the things that I wanted to do as far as career wise. And now I'm at a place where the next check box is family. Right. And you're wiser about the decision that you're making as far as the mate you want to be with. And 9 times out of 10, finances not going to be an issue because whatever you want to do, you already set up.
They established it,
you'd established the life that you want them to kind of walk into. And so now it's just, does this person really, you're looking for love, but you're also looking for somebody who can enhance the experience.
Right.
That can allow for you to still thrive, but also be the support, be the sounding board, maybe even be that person, not maybe, if you're blessed and lucky enough, that person that you pick probably see even more out of you than what you think you've already accomplished.
So you don't think it have nothing to do with that cream dough, man? How Wu-Tang say French butter pecan chocolate deluxe, you know what I mean? They'd have probably tapped out. They probably had, you traveled, been around,
that too,
military, you done had all different type flavors and
that too.
And you ready to say, you know what? I'm full. I'm good.
It is, because that's no different. That's no different than chasing the bag to me. Yeah. It's just two different bags.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like you chasing the bag as far as, and you might be chasing both. So like you get in that bag and you as far as the money, but as you getting that money, it gets you this other bag over here. You know what I mean? So you getting more money, you getting better bags. And at some point, it's a maturity level kicks in. It's like, okay, they all bags. You can put stuff in them. Yeah. Some of them look different. It might be a little softer. Some, some might cost a little more. But it's
at the end of the day, it's a bag.
It's a bag, right?
And you start to realize that after a while. You say, you know what? Now I'm gonna find my bag.
That's it.
And it's crazy because both, I have two sons, man. Both of them nearing 30. One actually be 30 this year, and our conversations are getting different now.
Wow.
And I said, okay, you're getting full now. You know what I mean? And it takes some people longer than others. You know what I mean? But then you realize, and then you see them start circling back to the one that you thought maybe should have been the one, but he wasn't quite there yet. And it's just watching the progression of it. I said, okay, now I see why.
Man, I'm glad you said that, because I looked at something. What was it? Oh, it was a social media post, and the guy was saying he was thinking about circling back to this this is crazy because he was like, I guess it was, I think it was a girl that he might have been. It might have been a side chick, and he was thinking about. He was like, man, I want to circle back, man, but I've been trying to hit her up, and she not responding. You know what I mean? Nothing like that. And the guy was like, he was like, killer, look. You must want to hang in that wood.
Someone, right? You can't circle back, huh?
Yeah, he can't circle back. She done found Jerome, and he got her French tips up in the air.
Yeah,
now.
Hey, man.
And you know what I mean? So like I say that to say, like, sir, well, how do you feel about trying to circle back? You know what I mean? Do you think, like, as you mature and you grow, it's like it's a journey? Because it could go either way, right? You could circle back and it could work, or you could circle back and it's like, man, I just wasted some time.
I think you got to remember why you left. If you know you left because you was on your BS and you didn't put your best foot forward and that person is willing to have you back,
right?
Then it might be worth circling back if you had the right person, but at the wrong time, because that can happen. You can have the right person at the wrong time. I mean, I know a couple who actually went through a full divorce. Went their way for a few years and realized, hey, I had better at home. You know what I mean? I'm out here. There's nothing out here for me. They got back together. Now they're in their 30th year back together. Right, you know what I mean? And maybe
I've seen that too.
And maybe they jumped into it too quick. You know what I mean? Right. Maybe they jumped in too quick. But yeah, some people say, nah, don't circle back. But like I said, you got to just remember why you left. Now, if you left because there was some domestic type stuff going on, and you weren't respected. Right. Now, if you left because he or she was not motivated and 5-10 years later you see them doing great and they done figured it out and found that, why not? Right. Because they're not the same, it's not the same person anymore. Right. But some circumstances, no. Right. I would tell my kids no, but some, hey man, you better go back and get her. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I agree with you, especially when you can see growth in the individual. Yeah. If you circling back and this person is the same person that you was with 10 years ago, it's like, okay,
you're going backwards. That's all you're doing. You just going backwards. Right, that's all you're doing. Yeah.
But for some guys, I say all that. I say that, but for some guys, some of the women that they with is so much more mature, like they just aren't mentally ready to deal with that or to handle it. And so you might circle back. She might still be the same person, making the moves that she was making. It's just now your maturity level has caught up with hers and you can circle back, right? It's like, okay, she hasn't changed. She's the same person that she was. She's accomplished more, but now I'm at a place mentally, I'm at a place financially, I'm at a place spiritually where I can match.
Right. And then you don't feel those stressors. You don't feel that insecurity when you're around them and stuff. So y'all can actually communicate a lot better.
Yeah. I now feel like I can be around her friends and have good conversations on their level.
So think about that. So you got a lot of guys. I mean, well, I have a lot of friends because, we come from different places, but a lot of my guys out in the street, man. And a lot of them hung out there a long time. So that's how they get that bread. So now they meet these women and you got to go to corporate events. You got to go to this. And, the first question somebody asks is, hey, what do you do, man? What do you do? And it's almost like they get quiet in them situations. Like, I got the bread, I got the whip outside, but I can't even tell you what I do. Yeah. So, and then that makes you, even with that, even though you get into the bag, still make you insecurities. You're like, you know what, man, maybe I'm not ready for a woman of this caliber because I don't. And then you get you a business, you know what I mean? You get to incorporate, you do some stuff now. You say, okay, I can date up now because I can go to these events, I can talk, and you feel more legit. You don't feel like a fraud. Right. You know what I mean?
So let's dig a little bit deeper into that one, because in that scenario, whose responsibility is it? Like if you as a man, you got the money, you got the bread, you got the whip, but you with a woman that you love, but her environment that she works in and the people that she's around, when they ask you that question, you feel intimidated or you feel like you can't really answer that question. Is it her responsibility to try to help you figure that out? Or do you do it together? Or is that something that he or you, he being the man, needs to figure out on their own?
I think the man got figured out on his own because you accepted me like this. You knew what I was when I came into this relationship.
Right.
So if you locked in with me, then you can't expect for me to change. If I want to make that change, it's going to have to be something me as the man want to do. And you can encourage me to do so, but I think it's unfair because, and that's another thing, a lot of people get in relationships thinking that people change people. They don't.
No, they don't.
People only change if they want to change. So if you accepted me and say, yeah, we're going to move in together, we're going to have financial obligation, we're going to buy this house, and you know I'm trapping, then 10 years down the road, you can't expect me to do something different if I don't want to, because this is what we walked into.
Right.
Now, as a man and as someone who love your family, you should want to look at the situation and say, hey, I want to do something different now.
Right.
Because
now we're building something and what it looked like if I'm not here.
Let's clean this up.
Right.
But I think it's an unfair expectation for you to put on me, though.
Right. Okay. That's what it is. That's what it is, man. I'm trying to think. What else we got, man? I can't even remember. I know we got something in the deck, man. Something gotta be there.
I don't know, but I'll tell you what. So I can come up something off the top of my head, man, because I'm always.
All right.
I would leave it alone.
One of the questions that you had asked me was, what does a good steward look like?
That go what we were just talking about.
Man, you looking at one, man.
Doesn't say steward. Okay. I see how that was double entendre right there, man. Double entendre. But yeah, being a good steward, man, I think being a good steward, man, that is a good question, man, because actually was reading something about that, man, doing some studying this week, talk about stewardship, being a good steward, with the things that you're entrusted with. And I think on all levels, man, there's you can be stewardship. I mean, that's what everything starts with. Being a good steward to me means taking care of what's entrusted with you, making sure what needs to go out is going out in the right places, and making sure that you're not wasting. And I think it looks different to everybody else, because some people say, hey, I'm going to pay myself first. I'm going to pay my bills. I'm going to time and whatever else. I'm going to blow it. Somebody else say, hey, I got a goal to do this in 5 years. But I think being a good steward is making what you have work for the family and for the goal that you have.
I agree. I think it even goes deeper than that in some instances, because being a good steward is, yes, it's being a good steward of what you have. It's being appreciative and grateful for what you have as well. And understanding that there is kind of a, especially when you got a relationship with God, there's kind of an ebb and flow of, the things that as you grow, wanting more or wanting to elevate to the next level. And sometimes not being a good steward of what you already have can hinder you from being able to elevate to the next level. So let's just say you want sell houses, right? So you want a house, a fairly modest house, and you're working to try to put yourself in position to be able to get a bigger, nicer house. I think sometimes being a good steward is, have you taken care of the house that you're living in?
That's a good one. That's exactly
right. Does it look all beat up? Because it's like you could have had the opportunity to really make some good money off this house, but the floors the floors look like they outside rugs, and the walls all beat up, and the countertops all messed up, and you got leaky pipes, and the outside look a mess. You had no landscaping. You was just living there, and it's like you expect to be able to sell this house, make good money, and be able to buy something bigger. And it's like, no, you wasn't a good steward of it. So now, what you thought you could get with that house you can't get because now you got to take money and put into this house to fix it up.
You take it from the profits of what you could have, and that's just from bad habits of not taking care of being a good steward of what you had. And that could come down your automobiles and everything, man. I see jokers, man, what we would call a hoopty, man, rub the paint off that thing, man, keep it clean, keep the oil changed, and they've been a good steward. So that way when something, if they desire something better, they know how to take care of it. They in position. And I think it kind of moves, I think it will move God's hand.
That's what I was saying.
Bless you with it too.
Yeah, I absolutely believe that.
So on the flip side of that, though, so I want to share this little story with you, man, and get your opinion because it's a balance to everything. You know, we work hard, we stock up, we make great investments, but at what point do you say, okay, and I understand about buying assets, buying liabilities. You know what I mean? I'm always, me personally, I'm gonna buy me a liability, I'm gonna buy me an asset. I'm gonna do both, because I'm gonna live, you know, and everybody's different. But I was talking to a guy on the phone, man, on my job, and he was complaining about his bills. He was saying, you know, his finances wasn't as tight, this was going up high, talking about his medicines and all this. The guy then went on to tell me he was 80. So he said, I have stock in your company. He said, man, I feel like leaving y'all and feel like just selling everything. And at that time, to me, I felt like the guy was foolish. Like, I think he had a challenge, man, like to amass all he can amass. But at 80 years old, you just said you're struggling. And here you got stocks and that, and you can cash out on and be okay. What are you waiting for? Like, when you, man, so, it's confusing, man, to me.
Man, I think it's a talk. I don't want to say behavior or lifestyle. My family they're gonna kill me for this, man. But you don't feel that in Africa.
So you don't feel them pressures.
No. I mean, like, you see so many people living for that day, making money for that day. Like, they're not trying to build up a whole lot of wealth, generational wealth to pass it on. They trying to live life to enjoy that day, enjoy the family, make memories, and tomorrow's going to take care of itself.
And make sure the people around them because they share.
Make sure the people around them is good. And so so if he had what sense of pressure did he have that made him feel like at 80 he couldn't sell some stock to lighten the burden of life? And like, how much better would he feel walking around knowing that, okay, I'm good. I did store up for a time such as this. Right.
Exactly.
You know, I did all the things that was, required. I put away, I put in stock. I waited until retirement age to start pulling money from it. But that's what it was there for. It was for you to be able to pull out of it. I think we go back to your last question. That is being a good steward.
That's what I was saying. That's the flip side of being a good steward.
Yeah. That's being a good steward is knowing time, place, opportunity. Right. And there was a time to store up. And then there's a time when you need to get from the storage. Right? This was a time. It might not, his season or whatever he's going through might not have been forever, or it might be he needed to use that money that he had in stocks to pay off another burden that he was having that was a monthly burden that he could just pay off. And now he's freed up, right? To be able to move and operate. And I think that pressure, man, it for all of us, I think it eat at us on the inside, and it stops us from being like enjoying life and being happy on a day-to-day basis because we worrying about tomorrow or 10 years from now. It's like, we can't control that. You don't even know if you're going to be here. All you can do is make the moves that you can today for tomorrow.
That's it, man. Yeah. And that translates into everything, man. Even a joker, man, to work out, eat right, do all that. Have to still find times, man. We talked about this before. You got to enjoy the journey along the way, man. It always becomes, but I think, man, you get in that addictive behavior. You feel like, okay, if I eat chips tonight, I'm done for. I'm going to lose everything I work for. Nah, man, take them breaks to do that. You know what I mean? Because I think that's the only way you can keep enjoying the journey. I think he built that off a place of fear, and now he don't know how to relinquish that fear. You scared at 80.
Right.
It was a sad conversation to me, man, because he to me, I'm like, can you hear yourself? Like the problem is really solved, but you can't even see it.
But you holding on to this. Holding on too long. Man, we got to talk about that in another episode, man.
Yeah.
Holding on too long.
Yeah, holding on too long.
So as far as real estate, man, this is quick. If you're looking to buy anything and you got a trusted real estate agent that has relationships with people already that are part of the process, rather be a lender, rather be an attorney, home inspection company, if they've been in the business or their company's been in the business for a while, and these people that they're referring you to come with good recommendations, it's best to use those people. Because sometimes a friend or somebody could tell you about, somebody to use. Let's just say it's a lender or I don't want to say home inspector, a lender or maybe a pest company, and they might not be what they telling you that they really are. They could have just gotten started and they're trying to help them out. They might not have as much season or understand the nuances of where you're particularly trying to buy at. Right. And so there's a lot of times where you can get all the way down that road and then find out like, man, this person made this journey so much harder than what it could have been if I had just listened.
Some expertise.
If I just went with somebody who was referred because they have an established relationship and they have an expertise in this particular field. And so,
but do you feel like there's an obligation there, man, when you, because we all start somewhere.
Yeah.
And we all start somewhere. So, your friend, your homie is doing this, would it be more, advantageous for you to say, hey, I'm going to work maybe referral based, or something like that. But I mean, you're only going to get the experience by doing the job and getting the leads.
Yep. And so I think that's where the relationship that you have with your client and the relationship that you have with your friend that you're trying to help out, I think you need to be very transparent.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So with your client, you say, look, I've got somebody that I know that is just getting into this. I believe they're going to do a good job for you, but they don't have as much experience in doing this as this other company over.
Decide.
Right. And let them decide.
Right.
If it were me, and the other thing that I would do above and beyond that is if I have the opportunity to use that person, I can use them, and then I can tell my experience that I had with them.
Right.
Right. Because now people know you got skin in the game.
Right.
If you starting off doing septics, right? And I need a septic done, Troy, can you put my septic in for me? All right, Sean, I ain't done that. I just got out, I'm just got out from training, over the last year or so. This is going to be my first one. It's like, it's okay. I know that you might make a mistake.
Right.
But I trust that in doing so that you're going to make it right. And in worst case scenario, you still not going to try a GL for me. You're going to like, okay, if I can get out of here and be even, I'm good. Right. I'm working to get the experience right now.
Right.
And that's the thing that's missing a lot in young entrepreneurs and people that are trying to build business now. They don't know the importance of reps and experience.
Yeah.
And how that builds your business.
They want to market themselves with the title right from day one. Come shop with me. I'm the best. And you ain't had your feet on the ground yet.
Right.
And then now you gotta keep calling the experienced people when all you had to do is keep your head down, build it. And then when you can stand on your own too.
What's your boy say? Your boy Jay say, let your stuff bubble quietly.
That's it, man. That's it, man.
And then you blow.
That's good stuff, man. Good stuff, no doubt.
Hey, so we appreciate it, man. This is again, just a temporary location. We'll be back in our regular digs next week. But we appreciate you guys tuning in, tapping in with us. And as always, like, comment, share, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok.
Holding on, man.
Holding on, man. We want to see y'all turn out and just be on the lookout. We're gonna do a couple little promo videos, us by ourselves, just letting y'all know, what we expecting from y'all on the follows, and what you can expect from us.
No doubt.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
doubt.
So as always,
Stay tapped in.
Peace.